sure, yeah, it's definitely a good game. All right.
Yeah, somebody check my settings.
I got a plan, so I don't think it's smart for me to check it out. But I mean, I could though. I'm about to play him. So I mean, y'all want me to check it out, okay?
Yeah, you can check it.
Alright, bro, I'm about to come over. Are you looking over there, Cook? What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? Who got pain like that?
That's it.
Are you looking over there, Cook? You said 19-7? Oh, you want it? Alright. Had to watch for the Jakes on the road. This crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before.
You see him, Louis?
Trying to see, bro, but I mean, they ain't popping up. They know how to do that shit better. But I ain't too much tripping, bro. You wanna check my we go, bro. We cheat, fuck it, whatever.
Alright, come through. Send the shit.
About to put my broadcast up right now, brother.
You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you.
Shit, I don't even know where to go to see that shit, bro. Oh, here you go. Let me see. I'm looking right now. I can't even see that shit. That shit don't show nothing. Alright, whatever. It is what it is, man. You can send it, bro. Alright. I'm trying to get out of that shit. Let me see. Hold up. Alright. I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second and 11 now. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. That one goes for 24 yards. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. What it is? 8. Don't get nervous. Show it up. Show it up.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
So we taking hold up, one more time.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, more football early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Funches has it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First down, Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on out here, come get some.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check it. 180. Check 45. And it's getting it wrong.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Newton now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 bud. No. Watch the six.
They run. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, Hey, take that. Tight up. Hey, watch that. Work it up.
Here's Ryan to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Looking in zone for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
I'm not entertaining that nigga no more. Would you like them more? You want some attention?
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
He got his ass kicked out the playoffs. Still worrying about Lil V. What's that one pick? Worrying about Lil V, bro.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And almost picked off.
Up in this game, bro.
I guess the good news for them now is fourth down.
All right, shut the fuck up.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm terrified of you, big. You're
right?
great
You got a guy's already scored
never
one,
seen a
right?
nigga
You
run the
want to
ball.
go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Go home, fucking bring his big up around me, bro.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando Hills. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over.
You got a later lock? I missed the 6 o'clock game.
The kickoff team on the field now as
I
they will
missed the
send
6 o'clock
this one
game. You
away.
got some later lock?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You said Boston, huh? You said Boston a lot, huh? Trying to see what to put with them niggas,
About
man.
set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Trey Boston.
How Brandon. This is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Newton. Flush to his right. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 20. Check. Watch 54. You must be dreaming.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 20. Check three. Mike's 54.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down.
McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
No, man. I'm talking about there's something else going on in that far as the rover. Huh? That's cool, yeah.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's check.
After the run, Newton going to throw. That one into the hands of Kane. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
You really talking to me right now? Or you playing? Bro, I already know this, bro. Why you acting?
Out of the gun, Newton.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful.
And
it moves the lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I want you to be great, bro.
That'll be taken.
You good, though. I forgot you got kick him as a backup.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
It's for clean over you, my nigga. Yeah, I don't get that.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Why you say that? I hear you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to you. Right there.
Here's Ryan.
They just sent it in there.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I don't know if I got a pound. You telling me I have to pound?
Fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. The All-Pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
You deserve it, bro.
All that shit. Running right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Yeah, to the day. I told G that a long time ago. They're going to beat big. I said, man, you going to get the fuck out there.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
Big straight, bro. If you stop his run, then what can he do?
Like, 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Double this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he was like,
so good at Madden, he just running his OP, and he's good at running.
Nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
45.
I don't know, bro.
Mike, 45. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Nah, nobody here, bro.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So they're back to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Ain't the reason why I picked you to score. There you go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey, bro. I'm picking no play for you not to score.
Touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. Defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game. And no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Wow, that just nigga want to kick back.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20.
Touchdown. Kick back on me, man. Fuck.
From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return.
42,
and the Falcons
21.
cut into that lead.
Of course.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
My mistake.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
But I know your boy's going to beat him. Your boy's going to beat him.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now Newton on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Big dog wanker.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Newton steps away to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep rights. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Godot. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Patriots versus the champ versus Lovey Jr.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You don't have no chance of world to beat him.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points.
Some dude could just hope it. Like, man, he might abuse him.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Smith. And they get him down the mountain before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Exit.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Duke Riley able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Newton eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Duke Riley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. On fourth down, Newton escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's more. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Newton to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Newton's going to throw it. Being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
One down, mate.
That big score all started with Cam being forced from the pocket, but when he's outside of the pocket, it doesn't really bother him.
And part of that is the word you use, big, right? He bought extra time by moving outside of the pocket, which means receivers can get downfield farther.
No, not that play.
And Cam's got more than enough arm to find them, and we end up with a big play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He a good son, huh? It's a good son right there, Black.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae.
Yeah, that was nice.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I'm about to use that one.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Man, right. He pushed fast.
Defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
25, 54. Pick me up. Here we go. 25,
They'll run here with Freeman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Freeman.
Get me black down.
He gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
No way.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Who in practice?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept that.
I know y'all do got money.
It makes their
Put
job
money
that
on
much easier.
LSU.
When they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for
LSU fan. We lost our running back. For real? LSU gonna break some more in their collarbone. They're gonna be breaking their controllers in real life. They're gonna be madder than yep, right hand New Orleans, did it? That's a home game. What? Today? Yeah, sure. Hey, good game, Black the Don.